Alright, so pretty much the last piece of the puzzle is here. I just received this. This is the HKS timing belt for the JZX 100. As you guys know from the previous video, I'm going to be replacing the Grady timing belt. We're going to be taking this out and we're going to use the HKS one. The only reason that I didn't want to go with the same timing belt is because I wanted to try a different brand to see which one is better and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure both are the same. So pretty much today we're going to be servicing the motor. As I mentioned on the previous video, we were just waiting for the timing belt, but it's finally here. It took a week and a half, so it's not too bad. The parts that we're going to be replacing on the JZX 100 today is going to be the timing belt, the tensioner, the hydraulics that hold the tensioner. Also we're going to be adding a new pulley. This is the fluid damper pulley. We got a new VVTI solenoid. We got a brand new crankshaft bolt. This is direct from Toyota. I got the part number here. This crankshaft bolt is recommended to replace it when you're servicing the motor. Also, we got a brand new serpentine belt that we're gonna be replacing as well. Pretty much, here's the turbo. Damn, it's so pretty. And also, we got our fuse panels over here that I posted up yesterday on Instagram. This thing came out really good. Look at all that wiring, sick. All the relays in here. We get our 70 amp fuse over here. Distribution block that's connect all the accessories and all the switches here. We got all the positive here for our fuses, and we got a negative here, sick. And also over here by the cabin, I fixed up a whole bunch of stuff yesterday, deleted like a few things that we didn't need. It definitely looks less crowded as before we started. It's been like a week now already, so this thing definitely takes a lot of time. Alright, so before you're taking everything apart and going all out, make sure that your motor is plugged at top dead center. Now if you don't have the pulley, you can use this bracket as a guide. This one has to align with this little dot right here by the motor. Okay, that's factory, that's top dead center. And also you can take a look right over here at top on the cam gears. Okay, now see, you guys will see this little wedge over here on the cam gear. This have to align with this little white line over here. Now this is from factory, I didn't make this up. Okay, make sure that everything is aligned and your motor will be at top dead center. And then after that we can start marking our old timing belt. We're gonna use this as a reference. So this actually will sit on the wedge of the little mark from the top dead center. Okay, so we're gonna mark this one, and also we're gonna mark this one, right, as a reference that we're gonna use for the new timing belt. And also here at the bottom, I would like to mark this up. Just select, let's do this one. I'm gonna mark this up over here, and then this side, this one over here. So the top is marked up as well by the cam gears, right? Two marks over here. Now make sure that your marks are visible, because once you take this belt out, ain't no going back. The reason that we're doing all this is because you don't want to lose your timing. You don't want to advance it, and you don't want to retard it. Alright, so once you have your belt marked up, you can release the hydraulic tensioner and also the belt tensioner. This thing is pretty simple. You need a 12mm wrench socket, and it's only 2 bolts that hold the hydraulic tensioner in place. And also to release the tensioner pulley, you need a hex socket and you need a 10mm. Once we have everything out, you can start taking the belt out. So just took out the belt. Here's the damage of the belt. It's pretty deep though. It's not that it's gonna cut the belt in two, but it's not good. I don't know if Grady make this belt a little thicker so it's just raw, but I don't think so, man. Alright, so pretty much here, I don't know if I'll be able to take out this tab over here to trim it down, but I'm pretty sure this is the tab that is cutting the belt when the motor goes on high RPM and the belt started to flop. Alright, so pretty much here I just took out the aluminum tab that was sitting over here. I think this is the tab that hold the belt in place. I'm not quite sure yet, but anyway, I just use the Dremel tools just to, you know, trim it down a little bit, and also, you know, grind it down a little bit, make sure that there's no sharp edges on the tab so it won't cut our belt. So pretty much here I use a grinder tool and I took out all the sharp edges on the tab. You know, just make sure that there's no more rubbing or cutting on the belt. But here it is. Hopefully there's no more problem. Now we're gonna start putting everything back together now. First we wanted to put back is the hydraulic tensioner. Don't pull this trigger out yet, because this is what is hold the hydraulic. So once you pull this out, this pin will shoot out and you will have to get something to compress it back. So we're gonna put it back in here using the two 12mm bolts. Alright, so pretty much now we're going to use our torque wrench. We're going to torque these two bolts down to 20 foot-pound. Alright, so pretty much after that, we could put back the tensioner pulley. And pretty much after that, we can use our torque wrench and torque this down to 25 foot-pound. And then for last, we can put our timing belt back. Make sure that you mark the line, right? Alright, so I just noticed that the belt won't fit as it goes now. So we're just going to go ahead and loosen up that hydraulic tensioner, which is this one on the bottom. Alright. Just a little bit, so we could just make the belt fit, and then we're going to bring it back in. So a little more, should fit now. Just slide right in, like so. And you're good. Make sure that it's nice and snug. And we could just, you know, bring this back in. Okay. And make sure that you torque this down to 20 foot-pound torque. Alright, for last step, you're going to release the trigger of the tensioner and you're good. Alright, so pretty much we got everything here back in place. Here's the marks that I transferred from the old belt. Here's the other marks. Here's the other marks, and here's the other marks. Everything seems pretty good, nice and tight. This is pretty simple, you know, just make sure that you keep your timing on top that center at all time and you'll be good. So we got a new timing belt, a new tensioner pulley, and also a new hydraulic tensioner.
And I'm feeling